Thanks for watching this video. This is Chuck, your coach, and we're going to talk about how to take an assessment. Okay. Why do we take assessments? This is our main check-in for the week. This is the best and most valuable feature of the First Form app. A lot of apps you can track food. A lot of apps have workouts. A lot of apps have education. Very few apps have someone you can reach out to and ask. Okay. Now, when we submit an assessment, is the goal to be perfect in every single week? No, the goal is progress, not perfection. Okay. But the more information you can give me, the more food we track, even if it's above, even if it's below, I can help you. Okay. The point of submitting an assessment is not to only submit it when we have check marks across the board. Okay. There's going to be days where it might be half track. There are going to be days where we're going to go over calories. There's going to be days where we go under calories. That is where you're going to explain it to me in your week in review message. Okay. And I'll cover that in a second. But what I want to cover is like, guys, get in the habit of submitting this every single week. As of this recording, you can submit at any time on Sunday. You can A through P, last name A through P. You can submit up till 10 a.m. Central Time on Monday. Last name A, the rest of the alphabet, elemental P, Q through Z. You can submit up to 10 on Tuesday up to 10 a.m. Central Time. Okay, so let's cover the assessment. I'm going to walk you through on the app here. Let me share my screen here really quick so we can see this. And so you should see my First Form app. So you can see my First Form app is open here. We're going to go under weekly tasks. Now, there are 3 parts to the assessment, okay? Number 1 is you have to take the assessment in the app. You can see that the second option right here, okay? That'll show up on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, okay? So you gotta take the assessment in the app. We have to update our weight and our photos, and then you have to send me the week in review message. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through this and what this should look like. This should not take a long time. It's going to be 5 or 10 minutes of your week. But if you think for me to go through your week, go through your logs and help you get towards your goal, that's not a lot of time. It's a very small investment. Okay, I have had people lose 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds simply by following this process and implementing the feedback I give you. Okay, so basically, we're going to take an assessment. That's the easiest way to start. Okay, so we're going to answer a series of multiple choice questions. How is your compliance overall? If you mark doing what I should be doing, that means we are getting check marks on calories and protein. We're getting check marks on 6 out of 7 days. Okay, not 5 out of 7, not 4 out of 7, 6 out of 7 days, we have gotten check marks on calories and protein, both of them. Okay, if we're I got calories one day, proteins one day, like we're close, we're not gonna do those check marks, we do it part of the time. If there are empty days, we're not following the program. Okay, this is a self-reflection. That is the point of this question. This is a self-reflection. How am I doing? Because we should hop on the scale and it really shouldn't surprise us which way it's going. Because if we've been compliant, we should be trending in the right direction. And obviously there are some things that might impact the scale, which we do talk about. So I'm just gonna say I'm doing what I should be doing. How is my hunger? So if you are someone that I'm not hungry, like basically get a little hungry before I eat, cool. I'm not hungry at all. If you get hungry sometimes, like you just eat about an hour and a half later, getting some hunger, and that happens sometimes, maybe once or twice a week, not every single day, I'm hungry at times. If you're always hungry, like it feels like I eat and then I don't get more food, then I'm hungry all the time. Okay, so be honest. The more honest you are in these assessments, the more I can help you because I'm not there with you. Like I said, there are no Chuck fairies flying around telling you what to do. Okay, how is your energy? So your energy, do you have some energy? Do you have a lot of energy? Or are you always tired? Right. And this kind of gives me insight on sleep. This gives me insight on our training. This gives me insight on our recovery, all the things. So just be honest here. Basically, you kind of know, like if you feel good, you wake up, you're ready to go. You don't really get tired. Maybe you get a little, maybe a little tired on bedtime. Cool. You got lots of energy. If you're like dragging every afternoon, it's like 2 o'clock and you got to struggle through the rest of the day. Some energy. If you're always tired, let me know. Okay. How is your sleep? I'm sleeping well. It's well through the night. I'm not waking up. I'm waking up feeling rested. Then I'm sleeping well. Okay, but not perfect. We got kids waking us up, pets waking us up at night. Maybe we're waking up every once in a while, or not sleeping well at all. That's like I'm waking up. I'm not falling asleep. I'm tired. You gotta let me know here. Sleep is a huge part of recovery, so don't take this for granted. Okay. How is your mood? This is up to you. I think this one's self-explanatory. You don't always got to be happy and excited every single day, but I would encourage you to reflect on the last week. How was your mood? Okay. And then there's always going to be 3 questions. Okay. And they might change from time to time, but this one is, what is one thing nutrition, training, supplement related that I can provide more information on this week? So if you got a question about, hey, I need help getting more protein, whatever it is, You're going to click that. Okay. What is a non-scale victory you're most proud of this last week? I showed up when I didn't want to, right? This is for me. I'm just answering. But I mean, this is for 1 to 2. So like, it's not always about the scale, guys. Like maybe you meal prepped, maybe you got all your workouts in, maybe you went walking every single day. I don't know, but like you got to understand that yes, we want to reach our goal weight. Yes, we want to reach how we want to reach that look that we want, but there are other victories along the way that we should celebrate with. Did you run into any major obstacles or roadblock this past week? So maybe it was an unexpected kid got sick, or a trip you had to take, or something came up, or maybe we ran out of food and we weren't expecting that, right? So if there is something, cool, share it. If not, say NA. Okay, that's why I say just take an assessment, because then it's going to take you automatically to take your photos. So how do we take our photos? We're going to use our friends the Ghostbusters to help us out here. Okay. So notice you have this nice little head to feet line. I would recommend when you take your photos, wear the same clothes, have the same background, like pick your spot, and always do it around the same time of day. The best time to weigh in and take your photos is get up, use the restroom, and then weigh in and take your photos. Okay. But if we're taking photos at different points throughout the day, you're going to look different, right? When you wake up, you use the restroom, there's really nothing in you. You haven't had any water. As you eat throughout the day, you're going to get a little bit bigger. You're going to get a little puffier. Okay. So when you are consistent in taking photos, we can get better feedback. And I know you might not see progress week to week, and we might not see change week to week, but it's over time you're going to see that change. And this always happens at some point. You're like, Chuck, this is dumb. Why am I doing this? As far as this program, I'm going to quit, and I'll show you your progress picture. You're like, oh my goodness, there is change. Or I've only lost 5 pounds. What's going on here? And I'll show you your progress pics, and there's a big change there. So we always get our photo up front. Oh, let me show you this actually. So if you're taking your photo by yourself, you can click this little camera right here. That turns the camera around. Okay. You can set timers, 5, 10, 15 seconds. And then what is this one there? Oh, that takes off the guide. Okay. And flash or not. So you can do this selfie mode. What I would do, honestly, is I would go in the bathroom or go to your bedroom. You prop this up against something, right? And then you set the timer, and then you take your picture and you're good to go. Okay. I normally do 10 seconds when I take it. So, which is weird. I got 2 cameras going on. So, but if you have someone else taking photos for you, right? We have our front photo. Cool. And if you want to retake it, you can. We have our back photo. Look at those awesome proton packs. And then we have our profile photo. Then we click continue. Then you can review it. Then you click submit. Cool. You click next. And then you can send in your assessment. Make sure you see this screen. Your assessment has been received. Okay. But what did we miss? We got to weigh in. I weighed in this morning. I'm at 174 right now. Okay, guys, if we do not update our weight and our progress pics, like how do I know if the last week worked? Right. So that's why that's important to do. Then the last thing, right? We take the assessment, we update our weight and progress pics. We need our weekend review message. So you should have gotten this via Facebook Messenger from me. And this is where every week, what you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste this. Or actually, what I would do is I would fill it out in your notes first. Okay. And then you're going to copy and paste it into the app. So what was your biggest struggle from the week? You can pick one. Okay. And then you're going to type it out right here. Are you currently sick? Yes or no? If you're sick, let me know so I know what's going on. What supplements are we taking daily? Okay. Are we taking microfactor? Are we taking full mega? Are we taking, OptiGreens, OptiReds? Are we taking a multivitamin? Are we taking an omega-3 supplement? Like, you got to let me know because I'm not there with you. Okay. And the key word is daily. This is a self-reflection. You might be like, oh my goodness, I haven't taken my greens in 3 days. Okay. How many days did we work out this week? Put that there. And then I want you to list out what you did, So, what I want you to do is here. It starts with cardio. How many days do we do additional movement, right? So let's say I go to CrossFit Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Cool. That's 3 resistance training workouts. That's what I'm going to do. And then let's say I went for a walk every single day. So you're going to write, hey, I went for a walk, 30 minutes. Maybe I did a ruck. I have my backpack, 45 minutes, right? And you're going to tell me what days you did additional cardio. Additional cardio would be a walk, swimming, biking. It is an intentional walk. Okay, I got to be clear here. I'm not trying to be mean, but you going on a walk with your 2-year-old and you're stopping every 5 minutes, that doesn't count. Okay, that's great that you're getting movement in with your child, but that is not going to be what needs to happen for us to get that additional movement to burn those calories of the day. If we are walking our dog and it's a brisk walker in the neighborhood, cool, go for it. If that dog is stopping every minute to go smell something, probably not the best option. Okay, then I want you to come down to resistance training. What did you do? So, like for me, I would type in I did CrossFit, and for me, it's normally about 45 minutes, right? If you're doing an app program, I want you to write what app program, and I want you to write how long it is taking you to do it. Okay, that tells me, like, if you're doing a traditional app program and you're getting it done in 20 minutes, that tells me we're probably not lifting heavy enough. That tells me we might need to work on, hey, what weights are we picking? So it's another way. It gives me information that I can use to coach you. Okay. So for example, Chuck, why do you want to know when I'm walking? Well, if we're lifting 3-4 days a week, that's great. But if we're not losing weight, okay, well, I can cut calories. I really don't like to cut calories. I have to increase movement. So let's get some steps in. Let's go walking. This tells me how much movement did we get in during the week. How many minutes on average did you sleep every night, right? 360, 400, whatever it is. If any other questions or information you feel I need to know, you put it there. So maybe you had a couple empty days. Hey, Chuck, I was sick. Here's what was going on. Okay. Or maybe you have a half track day. Hey, my phone, a lot of times people are going camping and they don't have phone reception, right? That gives me good information because if I just open the app and see an empty day, that often is like, oh my goodness, like, did they just give up? What's going on here? Okay. Then what you're going to do is after you fill this out, that's why I say just save this in your notes app in your phone. You're going to copy and paste it and you're going to drop it into the chat feature of this app. And then you're going to click send. Okay. And so when you do that, so now what happens, and the reason why this is important, guys, you have to take an assessment of the app because when you do that, that gives me notification that, oh, Chuck wants feedback out on his assessment. Okay. If we do not submit an assessment and you just send me a message, I don't get any notification for that. You can see I got 39 messages sitting in here on a Sunday afternoon when I'm recording this. Okay. It's going to get lost in there. But if you submit the assessment and then send me that message, when I open the assessment, that message you sent me pops up right next to it. I got all the information right there, and I can go through that and give you feedback on, hey, here's what we did well. Here are some next steps we can take to be successful. If you have any questions about this, let me know. If you don't have the weekend review message, let me know. Okay. So the goal is I'm going to give you some feedback after this. I'm going to shoot you a message in the app. If you're part of my small group coaching, you get video feedback. And I'm going to go like, hey, here's what we did well. Here are 1 to 2 things we can focus on for the next week. I also give you some education and some motivation every single week as well. Okay. Thanks for being part of Team FOS. I hope this gives you some clear insight and clear direction on how to take an assessment and why it's important and how it's going to help you reach your goal.